Over the years, I slowly began to develop an interest in cybersecurity. From YouTube channels like John Hammond and David Bumble, Jack Rhysider's podcast Darknet Diaries, Mr. Robot the series, to even real-life events such as the Microsoft data breaches in 2022. Watching all these videos and listening to the Darknet Diaries, I began to wonder, how does someone get into cybersecurity? There is a lot of information out there on where to begin and with what to begin. So I sat down, watched video recommendation after video recommendation, and slowly developed a vague roadmap on how to tackle the task of not only learning but also getting into cybersecurity. I would like to mention that I do know my way around Linux, and I also can code in C++ and Python. Other than that though, I have no experience on the topic whatsoever. The roadmap looks like this. I'm going to go through PicoCTF's resources page to get started with the basics. They have split each topic into PDFs that they address as books. After that, I will go through the following books: Linux Basics for Hackers, Getting Started Becoming a Master Hacker, Beginning 64 Assembly Programming, Understanding Cryptography, and Wireshark 101. After I'm through with the books and anything that might come across in between, the next step will be to get certificates such as CompTIA Plus, CompTIA Network Plus, Linux Plus, and so on. The goal of all this is to achieve a level of knowledge that will let me, and you, if you happen to follow along, apply and get a job in cybersecurity. I believe that cybersecurity is a field in which you have to be a Swiss knife when it comes to knowledge of multiple topics. Best said by Tavon, who is a senior in cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, it covers so many different domains. Like, you got to think about cybersecurity. You have to know networking. You have to know a little bit of sysadmin, a little bit cloud now. So it's like you have to know a ton of different things just to get this one role.
Yeah.
Without further ado, let's jump on today's first book from PicoCTF, which is about the basics of Linux and command prompt. Let's begin with a command prompt. A command prompt, also called terminal or bash, is a window with a simple user interface to execute commands. This is our bread and butter tool. Through the command prompt, we can start an SSH session. SSH, or Secure Shell, is a remote administration protocol that allows the user to access, control, and modify their remote servers on the internet. Protocol in computer science is a set of rules for transmitting data between electronic devices, such as computers. SSH ensures that all communication to and from the remote server happens in an encrypted manner. It provides a mechanism for authenticating a remote user, transferring inputs from the client to the host, and relaying the output back to the client. To sum this up, SSH is how we connect remotely to other machines. The communication is encrypted, and it provides various useful mechanisms such as remote user authentication. Now that we know what SSH is, let us look through the commands that we can use and what they do. Just a heads up, I will be using Kali Linux on our virtual machine for this. Our first command ls is used to list all files and directories from the current directory we are in. CD, which stands for change directory, allows you to jump between directories. In our case, I'm going to CD in our desktop directory. Also, pressing tab auto-completes your word as long as the file or directory exists. mkdir, which stands for make directory, does what it says and creates a directory. The command touch creates a new file. As an example, I will create a text file in a test directory. rm, which stands for remove, removes a chosen file or directory. To delete a file, simply type in rm and the file name. To delete a directory though, you will need to add -r, which stands for recursive. That removes all files and directories that are contained within the directory you want to delete. We use the cat command to display the content of a file. pwd outputs the full path of the directory you are currently in. cp copies files and folders into the desired destination. The command needs two options for this. First the source file or folder, and then the destination you want to copy it into. mv, which stands for move, is similar to cp, but instead of copying the file like cp, it will actually move it, meaning that the file will disappear from the current destination into the desired destination. Grep, which is short for global regular expression print, will look for a given string in a specified file and output the entire line that contains that string. Clear clears all the text from the terminal screen. Find is a command which is used to search a file or files that meet the given criteria in its options. Once the file or files have been located, we get the path printed out in our console. Typing an asterisk before or after a string, we can tell the command to find anything that contains the string before or after the asterisk. The three options we usually use with the find command are the starting directory option, the options option, and the search term option. The starting directory tells the command where you would like to start your search process. Options adds an additional argument to refine the search, such as name of a file or the user to which the file belongs. And the search term is the keyword that you use to search for files. The nano command is basically a text editor that opens up a text file by typing in nano and the file name, allowing you to modify it. If that file does not exist, nano will create it. The options such as exit, which are located in the bottom, are accessed through pressing the control key with the respective letter of the action you want to do. History is used to display the last used commands. tar is an SSH command that creates or extracts .tar.gz files. The Windows version of this will be something like WinRAR or 7-zip. To archive a folder, we type tar followed by the option cvzf, the name of the file we want to end up with, and the path of where the file is located. To unpack our .tar.gz file, we type in tar followed by the option x XVZF and the file name you want to unpack. The options of tar, CVZF, and XVZF consist of letters where each letter represents a specific instruction. X tells the tar command to extract the file. C tells the tar command to create an archive. V stands for verbose, meaning all the file names that are possessed by the command are to be displayed. Z instructs tar to uncompress the archive. F tells tar that you are supplying the name of the archive. Widget is used to download files from the internet and takes the link of the files as an option.